today we're going to be using Christmas Memories by Nature's Garden. This does accelerate trace, so I'm only going to use it in one color, and that's going to be my green color. It also discolors a little bit, so it recommended that you use this in green and not in some of the other colors. So this will be used in my green and my green only. For my green, I'll be using Green Vibrance Mica from Nurture Soap, and I'll be using Really Red Mica from Nurture Soap. This is the only red mica that I have found that actually looks red and not some candy colored. So we're going to start like we normally do, and I'm going to put the lye water solution into my oils. And then we are going to mix until emulsion. All right, I have all of my colorants out. My Really Red, my titanium dioxide, and my 2 greens. Now, why do you ask, do I have 2 greens going on here? There's 35 ounces in between these two. And this fragrance oil accelerates trace. I wanted to give as little time as I can possibly to accelerate the trace, because this is going to be a layer and this is going to be a layer. So here we go. I'm going to mix up the green, one green first, put the fragrance oil in and put it in. Fragrance oil's in. Gonna mix by hand, hoping that it doesn't accelerate trace. And I'm going to pour this in. Okay, it hasn't accelerated trace yet, so that's a good sign. All right, so I had to put a lot of colorant in there because my fragrance oil did indeed turn it kind of brown. So I just kept adding the green vibrance, and you can see now it is definitely a more Christmassy green. So I'm gonna wait for this to set up. Mix this up now and hope and pray that it doesn't turn all brown on me, because again, that's what it did before. I don't care about dark green. Dark green's fine. I just don't want it to be brown. So far so good. Now I'm going to go back over to this, and I'm going to very carefully put this on in the hopes that I don't break through. I really don't want to break through. Maybe I'll just label it on. I'm going to pipe soap next. That is the next dream here. Very high top, but that's okay because there's going to be some other stuff in it. All right, next, I've got some embeds here. I have gingerbread men, I have stars, and I have Christmas ornaments. So what I did with these is I took mica and vodka, and the reason that you use vodka to paint is because A, it dries very carefully, and B, it adheres to your melt and pour soap. I use melt and pour soap for most of my embeds. I have found if you use cold processed soap, it just doesn't have the definition in these. And so what I'm going to do very carefully is I'm going to mark this. I've marked it on the paper somewhere. Yep, I see it now. And I'm going to put 2 of these on. And maybe 3 on the ends. We'll see. As you can see, I have all my embeds in, all the way up and down. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it with my Gold Dust Mica from Nurture Soap. Now I've got this. Super shimmery. So I'm going to do just a little bit of cleanup here and there. And we will be back in probably 24 to 48 hours to cut this soap up. So we are at the cutting of this soap. So it's funny, I've had to wax some off to get this to line up. I wanted to show you some of the, I had to cut off this piece. These are huge pieces of soap. They're huge. I mean, you know, there's my hand. There's my hand and there's the soap. See, aren't they pretty? So far, so good. So I'm gonna cut it to the best of my ability with my knife in between. My star and my, just hope it stays that green and not some brown funny color. Oops. Oh, and it smells so good. It's got just a hint of pine in it, but it doesn't smell like pine sol. So I like that. It smells like a fir tree. You know, like you go in and you know the Christmas tree in the house, because you can smell the tree as you walk into the house, but it doesn't smell like the cleaning fluid. And when I was reviewing it, that's what the reviews said, and the reviews are true. It smells like cinnamon and all that. Now here's the funny thing about this particular fragrance oil. There's no vanillin in this fragrance oil according to the description, but it does turn your soap a little brown. So the only thing that I can see that would turn it brown is the cinnamon. Evidently there is some cinnamon in this, and cinnamon will turn it brown, because it said that it might turn it to a light tan color, which I was hoping this dark green color would kind of overpower that tan color. So it's no vanillin. Vanillin is what turns your soap brown. If there's a lot of vanillin, it turns it darker brown. And almost black. Huge bars. Look how big. Woo! Big old bars. Alrighty, folks. I'm going to keep moving on up, and I'm going to keep cutting this bar. If you like what you see on this channel, please subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below. Alright, folks. Have a good day. Thank you.